Good morning, psychology students. Just taking a look at reviewing a little bit on 1.1. Some of you have finished quite a bit faster than what I had thought, so I thought I would do a quick review here. Just looking at some key points to remember from 1.1. So I chose 6 of them. Lifespan development studies human growth over the entire lifespan. So remember that. Developmentalists believe that no single period of life governs all development. The lifespan perspective on human development has 7 basic characteristics, and I didn't put those down, but you could go back to your slide to look at those. This idea of continuous change being gradual, discontinuous change occurs in distinct stages or steps, and people have critical periods in their life. This is a specific time in development when a particular event has its greatest impact or consequences. Developmentalists believe in the contributions of both nature and nurture, and nature being genetic and nurture being the environment in which someone is raised. I did that little survey with a number of people. You might have done it as well. Just wanted to introduce psychology to you. So the first one was what comes to mind when you think of psychology. And out of 81 respondents, you can see that brain actually came to their mind number 1, with mind, mental health, behavior, thinking, science, all close seconds and thirds. So it's interesting to see what people think when they actually hear the word psychology. You see some other stuff here like couches is on there, cognition, which means thinking, university research. I see that on there. I see depression and so on. So all of those are what people associate with psychology. And already from 1.1, you probably have a little bit different view of this whole idea of developmental psychology. Being development right from conception to death. There were some other slides that I put on there just for interest's sake, and that I will refer to back or later on when we're talking about research methods in psychology. So, who is the best young talent in the National Hockey League? You see that most people chose Connor McDavid, with Austin Matthews a distant second, and Jack Eichel and Matthew Barzal being distant third and fourths. Most people believe that the New England Patriots are going to win the Super Bowl on Sunday, so 53-26. And interesting to note that people's favorite alternative rock band is Green Day, as opposed to Pearl Jam, Smashing Pumpkins, and Blink-182. And actually 28 people, a large portion, never really cared for alternative rock. So that was kind of interesting to see as well. Again, there's some issues with my survey, but that's just one way that you can do research in psychology. I'll refer back to this as in my examples later on about how this isn't necessarily a very scientific survey, but it was fun nonetheless. A few reminders. I upload assignments to Moodle. Don't just share them with me. I've already had that a couple of times here. Sometimes if you just share the assignment with me, it'll go to my email, and then it'll get lost with the other 100 emails that I get on any given morning or afternoon. It's much better if you upload them to Moodle, and sometimes if you're using Google Docs, that's just simply getting the link from your assignment. And remember, you can always get a link for your assignment up here and on Share, and don't take the URL from here. That's not the link to the assignment. Get the Share link up here. And then just you can just right-click that, copy it, and then paste it into Moodle and hit submit. And then I have a record in Moodle that you've submitted the assignment. Make sure you do the work in terms of watching videos, reading the presentations, and so on. Don't just skip to the assignments and quizzes. I have a feeling that that's a bit of a habit for people. I don't know how to necessarily get around it, but in 1.1 there was probably an hour of work just reading through the assignments and watching the videos. And yet it seemed like I got some quizzes and assignments done in a few minutes. I guess you can plug your way through that, but then you end up having to redo quizzes and stuff because you didn't understand the material and you didn't do as good as you should have on the assignments. So there's plenty of time. There's 2 more components to Unit 1 that's coming up, and I will release Unit 2 after the February break. So you have 2 weeks here to complete everything in 1.1. And sorry for emailing everybody a video about my cat. It was second on my list in my YouTube channel, and I guess I copied the wrong link and you got a little video about my cat. We'll talk a little bit about Sigmund Freud, although he's not really that much in this course, but he's also associated with psychology quite a bit, and there's a slang term called a Freudian slip, and maybe emailing a video about my cat was a bit of a Freudian slip there, because I kind of like that cat, and he actually got hit by a car in November, so maybe that's what it was all about. Who knows? But sorry for emailing you that, and hopefully you got the right video after, which was an introduction to this course. Okay, as always, just email me, call me at Vanguard School 582-2134 if you need to talk to me directly.